So far we have created this assembly. Now let's talk about adding this assembly inside another assembly. And for that, of course, we are going to close this test assembly. Of course, we'll save it first. And now I'm going to start a completely blank file. So go to blank, select assembly and OK. Now in this case, I'll start with another base plate. So I'll go to insert component, and inside the same folder, we have this top level base plate. Select that and click open. Now that's the main component and we just want to add it exactly on the origin. So for that, you can either activate origin and just merge it, or simply click on this green check mark, which will automatically merge the origin of this workspace with the origin of this component. Ultimately, this will make your first component fixed, which is fixed right now. As you can see, we have this F. Now we can add our subassembly on top of this, and you can add a subassembly just like a simple component. So let's go to insert component, and here right inside this we have the test assembly which we created so far. So far we've created this test assembly and now we'll insert it. So this test assembly is created with all of these components of this folder. So I'll select this, I'll click open, and SolidWorks will add it just like a simple component. There we are. So this is now added. Now we want to add it right about here at an angle, and the angle is 30 degrees. So we want this edge to merge with this one, and then we also want it to be inclined to an angle of 30 degrees. So let's start with mate, and I'll just select this edge right here, and then I'll select this edge right here. All right, so well, actually I selected the wrong edge. I should have selected this one. So I'll just clear this one. So clear selections, and I'll select this edge and I'll select this edge on the top. There we are. Now it is properly selected. Now this should be coincident, and it is. So with that, I'll click OK. All right, so this is coincident, but it can still freely move right here. So that's what we want. And also we want an angle of 30 degrees between this plane and the plane right there. But first we just need to lock it, and we just need to lock it in such a way that this is exactly at the center. Now for that, we can use another advanced mate, and this advanced mate will be used quite frequently. So let me just introduce you to that mate. So that advanced mate is called width. I'll go to advanced, and we have the advanced mate width right here. Select width. And now in the width mate, we have two selection options. So you just need to start with the faces on one component, and then you can select the faces on another one. So let's just select the first one, the blue one here, and I'll select this face, and then I'll orbit this and I'll select this face. So we've got the blue faces selected on this component. Now it's to pink. So select the pink one right here, and then we have the pink one right here. That's it. Now it may look like nothing happened, but with this one, SolidWorks will now keep the blue faces exactly centered with respect to the pink faces. Click OK and OK again, and we've got the width mate. So it can now move along this angle, but it won't move in this direction. It can only move up and down. So that's the width mate. It will automatically keep it centered. All right, so that's applied. Now the next thing is angle. So we want an angle of 30 degrees between this plane and the plane right here. And that we can do simply by using the angle mate, which is the simple mate. So I'll just close this one and I'll go to mate. And here is the angle mate. So before we do that, let's just select the faces. So I'll select this face and I'll select this face. Well, we don't want to make it coincident, of course. So I'll select angle mate from here. And it's done. It's selected. And the angle is currently 30.97. Well, let's just make it 30. And press the tab key. There we are. So the angle is now 30 degrees. So in this way, you can just align the angle as well. Now, if you want to flip the direction, just click and the angle will flip. Of course, we don't want that. So I'll just flip it like this and click OK. So angle mate is also added. Now, I'll click OK and add one more component here. That's center block right here. Well, go to insert component, and we have that wedge here. So select the wedge, click open, and I'll just move it randomly right here. Now, as you can see, this extrusion should coincide with this groove. So in this case, I'll start with this plane and this one, let's just make it coincident. And of course, you just need to control select both of these. Then I'll select this face and I'll orbit this, control select this one, and I'll make it coincident. And one more face to coincide. So this face should be coincident with this one. Control select this and make it coincident. And we are done. So there it is. It's added, and that's our final assembly. So everything is right in its place.